Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Market up that time. Let's have a look at Dow Jones and the S&P 500. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alrighty then, so Dow Jones, S&P 500. Let's see what is going on right now. So let's have a look here. Firstly, I want to bring up a separate chart here. Let's go. Bam. That's what I want to bring up there for a minute. Let me bring this over here. And you'll see the reason why I'm doing this here in just a minute. I want to do that. And I want to open up this one here. And I want to change this to a line chart. Now, the reason why I'm changing it to a line chart is because I want to have a real good look at what the price action is actually doing. Actually, let's make that line chart but a bit thicker. Let's make that thick, eh? Real thick. Didn't do anything. Next one up. Next one up. So let's squeeze that up. Let's open this up just a little bit more here, and let's squeeze it up a little bit more. But I wanted to share something with you. It's really interesting to see what is going on through this price action here, and it's that this whole time in the Dow Jones and the S&P, it's still is struggling to break above that 18,000 level. And you can see what's actually going on here. Is this a lower peak, or is this a little higher trough before we break up? If we look at, say, momentum, and we look at the market in itself, you can see we've been having lots of problems breaking past this 18,000 level. That's the key for the Dow Jones. And you can see it's made a high here, potentially lower high, lower low. But look where we're getting where the stochastics are right now. The stochastics for me are showing that we could be potentially turning around. Now, tomorrow, tonight, Friday, US, the jobs number is going to set the tone for the rest of July. I believe that. It's going to set the tone for the rest of July. So, why I say that is this, is that if we do, let me take what I said back, let me take what I said before back. If we do get a drop to the downside and we start to get like a good 2 or 3% on the downside move tomorrow, because it was a bad jobs number, then that is going to set the tone for a continuous downward movement through the rest of July, and possibly even see a big move on the downside. If we do get a good number, then the good number would shoot up, I believe, to the high. We'll probably get maybe a couple of moves to the high side. Then I think it would be short-lived, and then I think we're likely to head straight back down. Make that red. So that's what I do see on the Dow Jones. Even if we do race up, I don't believe this. If we break the new highs, I think we're likely to have a bit of a sucker rally, basically break above these highs here, and then I think we're likely to turn and come back down. But if we don't do that and we start to hold and we start to drop down already, especially getting below the 17,600 level, that to me, guys, that is my land, that is my sand, that is my line and my sand for me. If we close below 17,600, we get a good couple of 100-point drop tomorrow. And when we close below the 17,600, that is the line in the sand for me to say we are now forming a massive or a top pattern where we are right now, and we are going down for the rest of July. That is the line in the sand for me. And the reason why is because if we have a look at this overall support level here, once that is broken, that support level now becomes resistance, and then we get this sort of action. So that's what we're seeing there right now. Let's go have a look at the S&P 500. And the similar and same thing on the S&P 500. Now, the charts are saying we should get a weak number. The charts are saying we should get a weak number or we should get a bearish move on the downside. That's what the charts are telling me right now. How is that telling me? Well, if you have a look at this market once again, 2001, this level up the top here has just been hell of a level. We've made a double top. We ran down, made this lower trough. The market ran up through here. I don't believe we're likely to shoot up. Now, we still can, all right? That's what could happen. And knowing the government, they're going to put out a good number and the market's going to shoot up. Technically speaking, right now, we're getting the stochastics where we are right now. Everything looks like it's getting ready for a good turning point. So my charting analysis right now says we've got this double top and we've got this lower peak and we're getting the stochastics where they are right now getting ready to turn. We've already made this lower trough. So for me, looking at the Dow Jones and the S&P, we are struggling to break above it. And the same thing as the Dow Jones, as I say with the S&P. If we get a close above, and let's actually just put a line right there. If we get a close below that level through there, this support level through here for me is indeed where it's all out for me. All right, that's that support level there. If we do get a close below that, that's 2070 on the S&P, then it's all over and we will be going down. Well, I shouldn't say will, but to me it just looks like it's just one of those things. So in fact, you can just see I just noticed that there. You probably saw what I was doing there. I was just saying, hang on, am I seeing something here? Am I seeing a bit of a trend line resistance and support? That's definitely there, and that's interesting. I did not notice that. Look at that. Starts from there, bounces off there, and now we're hitting a whole bunch of resistance. I wonder if the Dow Jones has something similar to that. Where we start through there, and I'm just going to connect the peaks. Sorry, the troughs. Interesting, right? Look at that. And it was actually in a triangle, came back down, and it's at all these areas of resistance. Let's actually go to the line chart now. I mean, the open, highlight, close chart here. Let's actually see what's going on through there. Very, 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 very interesting, right? Very interesting indeed. You can actually see that, yeah, that line through there, and now we're at that level through there. I don't know, guys. That actually looks quite weak. We break above 18,000. That's going to be quite an explosive move to the high side. Quite an explosive move. Now, guys, I'm expecting to see a downward move tonight. Looking at that chart through there, this is the 3-month view now. Looking at that chart through there, what do we have? We actually have a whole bunch of areas of support and resistance. Now, of course, these can be broken, but we have this line down through there. We have, remember, this was the line I just drew before where that was that line chart support resistance. We have this major area of support and resistance where it is right now. So we've got basically, we've got basically 3 areas of resistance. And once again, guys, the first level, I did say 17,600. The first level for me, guys, if we start to get a flow below 17,800, that's gonna go down towards 17,600. If we break the 17,600, then it's all over. We just continue to go down. We'll break these lows through here, and then we'll go straight down towards the start of the year lows. That's just what I see. And if that happens if this happens here, guys, where we get a close below this level through here on the Dow Jones, guess what I'm doing? I am loading up. I'm loading up even more and put options on the market. Because that is the sign for me. This is now starting to roll over, and then I just, if it fails here, guys, and we start to head down, that's just it. It's done. You know, you've had like literally 1, 2. We've had like a double. We have a triple top. Had 1 top, 2 top, and 3 tops. 1 top, 2 top, 3 tops. If it fails to break above the first time, and then it comes up and hits the 3rd time, and then fails and then breaks, that's to me is okay. Now we start to move on the downside. Plus, we've got the bigger picture there too. So. That's the obviously Dow Jones and the S&P, similar same thing of what's going on through there. So very, very interesting time ahead, guys. Let's actually just see what happens tonight. Is it going to break up or is it going to break down? No one knows, but technically, guys, I'm expecting this market to be heading down tonight. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.